Hi and welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance, where I already had like 10 minutes of this episode recorded, but then had to stop recording. So I know something. One little thing only. Open this, go in, see? He had been butchering a deer here. Okay. And that's the thing that we can use to blackmail him. And I was on my way to him when I had to stop recording suddenly, and I accidentally pressed quit instead of save and quit, so I just threw away that recording because wasn't much that happened there.
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
I'm here to find out about the
Well, ask away.
So, you're saying you've not been poaching?
How many times do I have to explain? I've never stolen so much as a rabbit. I was just in a tavern, bragging, that's all.
So, how do you account for my finding some deer antlers in your shed? Come on, let's hear the truth.
All right. But promise me you won't drag me into anything.
Speak up and who knows? I might put in a word for you.
All right. The truth is I did drag a deer carcass there, but I didn't do the shooting. I was given it.
That's a likely story.
Honestly, not a word of a lie. I caught the poacher just as he was skinning it.
And who might that be?
I don't know.
If you don't tell me who it was, I've no reason to believe that story of yours.
Fine. He's one of the charcoal men. I've seen him taking the charcoal to the forge. His name is Radan. He came from the charcoal piles south of here. If you follow the creek upstream, you can't miss them.
Well, you better pray I find him, because if you've been lying to me, I'll go straight to the castle. Understood?
I'm telling the truth, I swear. I'm sure you'll find him there.
We'll see.
Farewell.
Okay. So that's what happened to Thomas from the bathhouse. This creek upstream. Question Radan, the charcoal burner, at the same camp as the other ones. Okay, the ones I know. I think we're gonna start by going to that clearing in the woods up there. Because I think that will be a dead lead, because I can't imagine having like 4 or 5 equally right leads to a thing. And on our way back from there, we'll go towards Black Lachek, or however he was called, and speak to him, because I think just speaking to him won't make this quest break. I hope. Maybe. Perhaps. So there's clearing just about here somewhere, where she did hear someone having a feast. Aha. Yeah. So let's see what we'll find out here. They had some stuff here. Can't really see what they had, just that there has been a feast. What's this? Aha. Yep, that's a deer carcass. Okay. So that's that. So we have to talk to the charcoal burner also, but now we're going to Black Lukash, which is the right of the 2 marks on my compass. Should be not far from here. That little house we went by like 8 times already, or 10 times already during the quests that we did, and never stopped to look into. It's just here around the corner. Don't forget to mention that his friend sent him, because that might break this quest. I'm screwing up. Must be in this first house. He's a woodcutter, apparently. Here's a guard dog. You, Black Lucas. He can train me in pickpocketing and lockpicking.
Certainly.
Can you fucking stop calling me when I'm recording? Okay, that was a short one.
Well,
but pickpocketing.
Certainly.
Oh, we still don't know it.
Andrew, the innkeeper, sent me. Said you had a job for someone who's good with a bow.
Did he now? That's all very well, but I don't know if you're a man I can trust.
So how can I prove it to you?
For a start, you can tell me why a lad like you wants to join us.
I've heard it could earn me some decent coin.
Yeah, that's what I used to think. Only it's not quite that simple.
Why's that?
You'll find out for yourself. Anyway, I have to check you out first. See if you're any good.
I'm listening.
To begin with, I need to know if you're at home in the woods. And if you're any kind of hunter. Bring me some deer antlers, and then we'll talk.
Easy.
Deer antlers. Hunted game is a great source of meat, but the hunter wants to get a trophy or offal, he has to learn the appropriate perk. Hunting. Antlers is the one we took because we were near deer thing when we had that offer. White animals will be less skittish when you're closed. Stealth, yeah, wow, that's a good one. Salty, you can eat raw meat. Okay, that's also all not great. We will need the tusk and butcher at some point. And huntsman. Oh, all of that those are interesting. The next one we get at 8. But fortunately we did pick the antler perk and not the tusk perk. Okay, so we'll have to bring him deer antlers. That's a deer hunting spot next to a roe hunting spot. Whenever I had deer hunting spots, I never had a male deer, and the female deers don't have antlers. So that might be a problem. Let's go to the charcoal burner. I'll meet you when we get to the charcoal burner, when we're there. Now would have been the perfect time to call. And we're at our known burner's village, and we directly have Radan.
I am at your service, Sir Knight.
A fellow from Talmberg claims he saw you poaching. What do you have to say about that? Can you hear me? Don't you have anything to say to me about that?
I'm not a poacher.
That's not what I've heard.
But I'm not a poacher, though.
Yeah, the money is the best thing.
And what about a few groschen? Would that be more persuasive?
It could, right enough.
That's more like it. Here then. Let's hear what you have to say.
It'll cost you more than that.
Oh, all right, for Christ's sake. Here. And now, tell me where I can find those poachers.
Very well. They only take me along from time to time.
All right. But you know where I can find them, don't you?
Aye.
And where is that?
The clearing.
They meet in a clearing.
They camp there.
And where is the clearing?
A short walk from here.
Oh, Lord. A short walk where? Do you know how many clearings there are in these woods?
No. Sorry, I don't know.
Oh, my God. Where is the clearing they camp in? How do I get there?
Along the trail. From the huntsman's lodge. Go into the wood by the big broken tree. Eastward.
Very well. I hope I can find it.
Good luck, then.
Report to Nicholas, the master huntsman. It goes east into the woods. The problem is The forest trail east into the woods from the master huntsman. That's where I want to hunt my deer. Oh god. So we'll have to go to this deer hunting spot.
Yeah.
So let's hunt a deer and get some antlers here. I'll see you when I reach the hunting spot. Okay, and we're at the deer hunting spot. Once I see deer, we can send our dog after that one because I gave him the hunting perk thing. It's here. Oh, wait, let's put on the anti-being seen stuff, the stealth stuff. Okay. Don't see any deers, don't see any deers. Still don't see any deers. Still don't see any deers. Still don't see any deers. Wrong time of day maybe. Okay. We're now gonna assume that this deer hunting spot is broken and continue to the next one. There they are. Have one. Good that my bow is so good. Loot this one for the better hunting arrow and no venison, because these are not antler deers. God damn it! These deers have no antlers. I haven't seen a male deer ever. Go fetch me that one because I need one more. I need one more hair pet, but
Good. Come on.
apparently that doesn't work all the time. So we need, apparently need to hunt multiple enemies until we get the thing. That's my horse. I was thinking, wow, that's a mighty stack over there. That was my horse. There he is. There he is.
That's him.
Come on, hunt him. Be faster than him. Hunt him. We just have to follow the compass. There he is. Can't see my dog anymore around all the other stuff on the compass. There was a deer with antlers. I thought, let's try the dog. But that might have been not a good idea because I scared him away like crazy and my dog doesn't seem to be fast enough. Okay, my dog follows him to the next spot that he stops at so that I can find him again. That's the way it works, I think. I don't think that he'll alone make him will alone hunt him. This only work with that like that with hares. Okay, I learned a lot about hunting. What is that fucking debuff? Tired dog. My dog is tired from hunting. Okay. Only if I see... Where the fuck are you running? I think that's not your normal walking. I'm not certain on hitting them. I hate this. I didn't hit him properly. The fucking deer is too fast for me and I hate hunting like this. Did I not hit him? God damn it, how didn't I hit him? I think I managed to hit him a few times. Antlers and my hunting arrows. I hit him twice. Won't go for the rest though. I got my deer antlers, finally. Okay.
Look what I've got. You'll love.
One dried meat, right next to the big pile of meat that you could go for. And the meat does go away. So we'll steal one red deer venison so that I can drop it for my dog. Come over to where it's not that slippery. So like here.
Look what I've. You'll love.
Eat it. Okay. We're done with this part of that quest. We can also, so we can now go to the Master Huntsman to report it. Then we can go to his wife to try to meet that Hare guy. And then we can go to the poachers to do some poaching of our own to get into their ranks. I would like to go to Black Lukash again. So I'll see you once I reach Black Lukash north of Tamburg. Okay, and there is Black Lukash's house. I'm mostly interested in how these quests interconnect because this is clearly about the same poachers he's looking for, so I'm really interested in the interconnections.
I was beginning to worry you'd got lost in the forest.
No need to worry. I would have come back sooner, but it seemed a long way to go for just the one.
Well, well, so you're keen on hunting. I like that, lad. So give me the trophy, and the first task of your trial is done.
The first task?
Well, there was only one to begin with. But then I thought you could do something else for us.
I see. So what do you want me to do next? Kill a dragon? Catch a water sprite?
Hilarious. Better listen up, lad. Nicholas the Huntsman has a very fine old hunting horn. But we'd like Nicholas better without any horns. Understand?
Where does he keep the horn?
Sometimes he carries it with him. It is a badge of office, after all. But I don't suppose he sleeps with it. Best to go at night and have a look around his lodge. It's on the hill above the village, opposite the castle. Come back to me as soon as you've got the horn. I can't wait to see the look on Nicholas's face.
Right.
I'm glad to hear it.
Okay. So we're supposed to steal Nicholas's horn. So both quests say talk to Nicholas the Master Huntsman. Okay. Could also talk to his wife instead. And I think this is where we make the decision. We have now a 3-point quest where all three different outcomes of a quest, that all three are at the same place so that we can have a proper decision. Maybe it's even more than 3. I'll try to talk to the Master Huntsman to get him into giving me the horn on purpose. Because that might also be the case that I could spy for the Master Huntsman. That's like option number 4 already. For this little quest chain. I really like how they crafted the quests here. Feels really good to have these side quests that have real thought into them again.
God save
you. We could betray Black Lukash. We could tell him where the poachers need. We could ask him about Hare, and we could say him that we need his hunting horn.
I've been hearing some quite wild stories about Hare.
People do prattle on. It happened a long time ago, and I've heard some crazy tales myself.
And what's your version of what happened?
Hare was a stuck-up knob. He came here with nothing to show but his bare arse. But he thought he could have anything he pointed at. All because he was of noble stock.
Whatever became of him?
Oh, you must have heard. He killed one of the armed men that served Sir Henry of Lipa, and they sentenced him to hang. Except he scapered right out of the castle dungeon.
How did he manage that?
Nobody knows, but I'll bet he had help from someone up at the castle.
And what was your wife's role in all that?
He had his eye on her, and she didn't want him. That's all. And it had nothing to do with what happened later.
I heard that he was a sorcerer.
And I've heard there's blooming roses on Rattay Gallows at Christmas. A sorcerer. Bah! Hare was a ruffian, but there was nothing supernatural about it.
That's all I need.
Not all.
I need your hunting horn.
What? Why, for Christ's sake?
I have the poachers hooked. If I take your horn to them, they'll welcome me like a brother.
But that horn's valuable. What if I never see it again?
Don't worry. Give it to me, and you'll get it back along with the whole gang in chains. Trust me.
All right, if I absolutely have to. But remember, if you run off with my horn, you'd better run far and fast. Here you go. Take good care of it.
We have the hunting horn.
See you later.
I'm not sure if I want to know how this quest continues here. We could go to Lukash, or we could also go to the huntsman, or we could speak to the wife again. And I wanted... She was here like a second ago. I only went into the map for a millisecond. Wow. Where is she? Where is she? I saw her. Wow, you're teleporting like crazy.
Greetings.
I want to talk.
Oh, very.
I want you to hang that garland on the lodge.
But I don't want to go anywhere with him.
You don't have to go anywhere. But tell me, where's that secret meeting place of yours?
On the way to Ujits. Back then, we used to meet by the great big beech tree, right next to the wayside shrine. There's a lovely view there, you see.
And what time will he be waiting there for you?
At dawn. What are you going to do to Hare?
Never you mind. The main thing is it will all get sorted out. And that's all that matters, isn't it?
I suppose so. Very well, then. I'll hang the garland for you.
That'll be everything.
Okay, that's the end of the Ask Around the Village quest chain. So we can either report to Nicholas and make him make it so that Hare and his guys are caught somewhere in their camp to the east. Maybe this camp then? No, that's where Ginger hid. This camp is where Capon was prisoned. This camp is where the charcoal burners live. This camp is where the Ginger's killers were positioned. This is a charcoal burner camp. That camp is unoccupied. That's basically the nearest camp that's unoccupied. We've been at that camp that's empty. That's where Sir Radzik resides. So all the camps have been taken care of. Okay. So we can meet up with Fennec and Hare. We can tell on upon the purchase to end that quest chain. We can continue with the purchase, or we can just meet up with Hare. And I think I want to meet up with Hare because I believed the story the innkeeper's wife told me about how Hanneken Hare is indeed the good guy in the story. Might be the only one that believes him, and then I'm stupid, but whatever. Taking my armor back on because there might be the old poacher gang waiting for me there. So let's see, meet him at dawn. Now I have to think about it. Normally it's totally clear to me what is dawn and what is dusk. It's just English isn't my native language, so I know dawn and dusk are sundown and sun up. But this is neither.
I'm guessing
okay.
Nicholas won't be joining us. Who the devil are you?
My name is Henry, and I work for the Master Huntsman.
So are you going to arrest me?
I am.
All I ask is that you listen to me first.
Why should I listen to you?
Because if you care about justice, you're after the wrong man.
Anyone can say that.
And that's precisely why the accused should get a proper hearing.
Let me guess. You're going to tell me you're innocent?
I wouldn't presume. I've been poaching on the Divish estate, and I'll take the punishment I deserve. But the crime I was nearly strung up for, that one I didn't commit.
I've heard different things about your crime.
So I imagine. Lucas has told me the villagers still talk of me.
And how did it happen?
It's a long story.
I've got time to listen.
All right. But for you to understand, I have to start from the beginning. I was born as Hanneken Hare of Zalush, the eldest son of Sidney of Zalush. My house became sadly impoverished, and I became the master huntsman at Talmberg.
Gamekeeper turned poacher. I see. That's quite a transformation.
Nicholas gave me no choice.
What happened to your family?
My father lost his influential friends and the money with them. After his death, I inherited only his debts. There was nothing for it but to sell off all our possessions, see to my sister's welfare, and manage as best I could.
That sounds a rough deal.
Believe it or not, I never cared for the life of a nobleman. I spent my youth running free, hunting in the woods.
What happened between you and Nicholas?
I was falsely accused of murder. Henry of Lipa visited Talmberg, and the morning after the banquet in his honor, one of his men was found dead.
And didn't they have any cause to suspect you?
That's just it, they did. At the banquet, I got into a fight with the man.
I know Sir Hanish of Lipa. Was Sir Henry his father?
Indeed. He was on his way to Ratai to take charge of the fiefdom for young Sir Hans Capon.
Why did you get into a fight with him?
The fall of the House of Zalush was the work of the Lords of Lipa, and that fellow took great delight in reminding me of it.
And then what?
Nicholas began to pull strings. Several people came forward as witnesses to say they saw me with the fellow later that night.
Why would he have done that?
He wanted rid of me. We were both in love with the same lass, you see, and Margaret is his wife today. But back then, there was no question which of the two of us would win her. I was the huntsman of noble blood, and Nicholas was just plain Nick. Her father's preference was clear.
And her preference?
Do you know who did kill the man?
No. He was found in a ditch with his neck broken. He could have tripped and fallen, all on his own.
And that never occurred to anyone?
It did. But some people swore they'd seen us jostling on the drawbridge. Of course, that was Nicholas's work.
What did Margaret think of you?
She took me for a fool. She only had eyes for Nicholas, but I didn't see it then. In the end, she could have saved me.
How?
She could have told the truth. After the banquet, I was with her. But when they asked her, she said she hadn't seen me that night.
How did you get out of it?
What leads you to imagine
Your head's still on your shoulders, so you must have escaped somehow.
I'm alive. But my name and my family's name has been dragged through the mud. For me, that's worse than the sentence waiting for me.
If you say so. But you still managed to get away.
Well, it's true. I had the good fortune to escape from the dungeon.
From the Talmberg dungeon? That can't be done, can it?
It's not too hard when the lord of the castle himself helps you escape.
So Divish set you free? From his own dungeon?
He couldn't offend Henry, so he had to lock me up. But he trusted me. We were friends, after all. He led me out of the castle in the night. I was given a good horse, and in a couple of days I was in Silesia. And that was the end of it.
That's to the north of Bohemia.
Until now.
It's today's Poland.
Even if I believed you, there's no proof. It all happened a long time ago.
I know. But if I didn't believe in my own innocence, I'd have to be crazy to have done what I did.
Why?
If I truly were guilty, why would I risk coming back to Bohemia? I could have died in peace as a rich man in the pay of the Jagiellonians. Only a fool would come back.
Nicholas took everything you had, regardless of your guilt or innocence. I'd say you have more than enough cause to want revenge.
I'm not like him. Anyway, you're right. I don't have any proof of my innocence. All I can give you is my word.
This is one of the most insane stories I've heard lately.
That doesn't surprise me.
But something tells me you're speaking the truth, Hare.
Thank you. And if you want to help me, come to the old mine gallery in Broad Woods.
I'll be there.
I have a plan, but I need some help.
The sheep in wolf's clothing quest did fail. No, did succeed. And hare hunt failed. We are now at Chercher la Femme. We have to meet Hare again. By the mine gallery. Where's that on the map? Ah, it's right here. We're to meet him down here. Okay. Yeah, the problem is she, because she was in love with Nicholas, she did set up a trap so that he had no alibi. Oh, that's so mean. That's so mean. Oh, I'm almost leveled hunting again, so only one animal to go. And how's Bo doing? Because I shot that... Ah, it's over here. Only not long to go before it stops ruining my arm. It said it would ruin my arm if I don't... Yeah, of course, the bow isn't good anymore. But I wanted to see whether we needed a small... Okay. It doesn't ruin my arm. It said it would ruin my arm if I used it the bow before level 5 again. Okay. So this quest with him was aborted, which because this would also have led up to this place. I think he would have sent me this way, but we don't know. We can still go for him and give him the stupid horn, and that's what I'm trying to do now. Let's see how we fare with that. But I'm completely convinced that that story is the truth, and that the original Master Huntsman is the good guy and the new one is the fake. And I think that his wife helped him in that. But well, let's see. He's still here. Can only do training, so he's not mad at me for doing stuff against him. Okay. So I didn't fail his... Yeah, I succeeded his quest. I didn't fail it, yeah. I just didn't have to do the other steps now that I already had... Yeah, I've met the boss of their company. Of course. Of course. So I don't want to talk to Hanneken now, because I want to start that new quest in a new episode. So what else are we gonna do? I want to ride into the woods or over here perhaps towards this row, so that I hunt another animal with a bow, which will level up bow and hunting. Because they are both so short of the threshold. I assume I'll take Butcher with hunting. But we'll see. Bow doesn't have thingies, but reaching level 5 should really drop the amount I'm having trouble with the bow by all that shivering around. That should be removed. Should be removed by that. There's a row. Almost. It's nice that it's slower than me. I hit it. Come on. You look like my horse when it was trapped in the tree. Hunting and main level, but not bow. Get my thingy back, and that one. We got a lot of them now. Hunting level. We want to go for what we had. Vitamins will be less skittish when you're close. That's interesting, wild at heart. More damage. Both of them are great. You'll be able to get offal from hunted game. So that's if I need like offal is the organs, isn't it? Or I might need these two for quests. And at which level I get the next one? At 10. 1, 2, 3. I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 perk points in total, including the one I already have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't take one. I'm not taking Sortino. I'm not taking steak tartare. So I'm getting these 6 at level 20, though, which is Wild at Heart and Huntsman are both so good. But I need to wait for my next hunting quest to see if I would need offal, which I assume is something like organs. Yeah, we have that doubling too in our language, where it's like organs for the real organs that we normally talk about, and the other thing is Innereien for what offal is supposed to be. It's like it's organs from like lung is not part of it, I think. Yeah, might be, but heart and liver and the stomach and now I'm thinking of the Latin name, not of the English name, which is especially stupid. Colon. It's this thing leading from the dam to your ass, from the stomach to the arse. It's called Darm in German. I don't know what it's... What is it in English? I knew that once. Whatever, I'm reading you a book and then I'll be off. And we'll be seeing you tomorrow with the quest that's called Cherchez la femme. Search for the women. And today we're reading the anthology of love poems. Gentle night, well linger on, I yearn thus for my love so long, without her words to still my breast, who shall set my soul to rest? And now my heart in sorrow dwells, from melancholic pining swells, since I alas was forced to part from the mistress of my heart. O Lord, let me not wait in vain, I yearn to see my love again. O gentle sir, be of good cheer, I shall not cling to another dear. Okay. To love and be forlorn is like night without a dawn. To be close with naught to say, like winter frost in May. To have lips and yet kiss not is like leaving grain to rot. To love without consummating is like unsown fields in the spring. That doesn't rhyme. I shall love you then, my dear, as long as you lie with me here. If you'll not give your all to me, no longer shall I bide with thee. It does rhyme, but the melody doesn't fit. It's like the number of syllables isn't working, so that it is a bad rhyme in the end. Woman is the root of sin, and yet of virtuous deeds again. In Eden it was woman's deed to pluck the apple from the tree. How is that supposed to rhyme? Okay, if you've no wealth to offer, you say, she will scorn you and turn away. But once you promise her treasure, she says she will love you forever. To murderous wrath she giveth birth, leaving no place on this peace on this earth. Wounds inflicted by swords cut less deep than woman's barbed words. Okay, the first one was pretty well, and the other two weren't that well, from like how to make poems point of view. And I was struggling a lot reading the second and the third one because the melody didn't really fit the words. So that's always causing me trouble in reading stuff like this. And now that I have my stuff back on, I'm gonna see you again tomorrow with the next quest. Have a nice day. See you then.